Minister of Social Cohesion, Amna Ali and members of SASOD met on September 23 to discuss possible collaborations between SASOD and the ministry. Among the concerns discussed at the ministry included discrimination, bullying, rights to education and health in the community, among a host of other concerns, according to SASOD's Social Change Coordinator, Jairo Rodriguez. Rodriguez noted while there are no laws or policies specifically preventing LGBT persons from accessing education, he claimed that many LGBT Guyanese drop out of school due to homophobic and transphobic bullying and discrimination. This, he says, oftentimes bars them from practically fulfilling their right to education.
Well, on several fronts, we basically brought up discrimination in the LGBT community. For example, I mentioned that in schools, youths who openly would come out that they're LGBT would be laughed at by their colleagues, bullied, and then if they approach a teacher or administrator, the school really does not give support. So in that case, the children would drop out or have issues with the children, even their families, and then the family, depends if they're supported or not. If they're not, they would leave their homes, and then they're on the streets, and there's so many things that happen on that ground. And it goes on to employment, that even if they find a job, and they still, for example, it's harder for transgender persons. Discrimination is so intense that it would leave many persons to feel outcast in society. And if we're going to look at social cohesion, if we're going to look at society coming and working together with each other, then this is something that we need to address. And this is something that thankfully I see the government putting into their agenda. For example, the Social Cohesion Peer Group, which is the Ministry of Cohesion strategic planning exercise that they're doing nationwide. LGBT issues and LGBT rights are one of the issues that they brought for people to discuss.
Apart from the discussion, SASOD is hopeful that in the agenda for 2017, the Prevention and Discrimination Act 1997 can be amended to include sexual orientation, gender identity, and health status as grounds for discrimination.
Well, SASOD throughout the years has always been steadfast in our legislative agenda. Certain laws need to be changed and certain laws need to be amended. One of the forefronts that we would like to see, especially in 2016, is the Prevention of Discrimination Act should include sexual orientation, gender identity, and health status as grounds for discrimination. Going on, we'd like to see that cross-dressing as itself. The Chief Justice said it's not illegal unless done for an improper purpose. It's either the Chief Justice and the courts define clearly what the improper purpose is, or they can just take the law completely out of the book. It is unconstitutional. It directly contradicts the Constitution's right to the citizens, the right to expression and freedom.
In the meantime, Social Cohesion Minister Amna Ali spoke of the coalition government's commitment in eradicating discrimination in all its forms, noting that discrimination does not only come along in ethnic lines, but also from gender identity and social orientation. Minister Ali also expressed her willingness to further discussions with her cabinet and parliamentary peers. However, this is not the first time the organization has reached out and held discussions with government regarding the country's policies that are against basic human rights based on the UN's declaration.